Yo, you guys, Crown Jewel just ended and it was seriously dope. Honestly, like I expected, I said it on past videos, it was really good, you guys. And guys, let's just talk about it. That main event was super awesome, like I expected. Again, Logan Paul and Roman Reigns tore the house down in the main event. Overall, great card. If you're ready to hear what I have to say about it, don't worry because we're going to run it all down from top to bottom, start to finish. Get ready because the newest episode of The Gift of Gabe Crown Jewel Edition starts right now. Like I said, you guys, how about that main event of Crown Jewel between Roman Reigns and Logan Paul? I knew going in that this match was going to be dope. I knew Logan Paul was going to show out, and he topped himself yet again. Incredible match. Whatever you want to rate on your Meltzer star system, 4.5 out of 5, 5 out of 5, doesn't matter. Dude even literally pulled out his phone and got an angle of him delivering that frog splash through the announce table, and he was able to hold on to the phone. Mad props to Logan Paul for that, dude. It was a great match. I could see a lot of you guys loved it. I loved it. Once again, it just shows why Reigns is the GOAT. Don't matter who he's in the ring with, he can make magic, especially when it's someone like Logan Paul who has been showing out recently, and it has shown that he has a very bright future in this entertainment profession. Honestly, guys, it's going to start moving on for Roman Reigns. He's going to get into this thing with the bloodline inside of Survivor Series War Games. He can start the countdown to that now. As for Logan Paul, don't know when he'll fight next. I'm guessing it'll probably be sometime around WrestleMania 39 season. But, hey, it could be sooner than that. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he said he wanted to be in the Royal Rumble. Give him at least a solid performance in that. Maybe like an early starter and he lasts like 30, 35 minutes or something like that. Either way, Reigns and Logan Paul was amazing, you guys. I hope a lot of you guys loved it. I can see that you did. And I loved it too. All around applause for everybody involved. Great job, you guys. So right now, you guys, let's just talk about some of the really good stuff that went down at Crown Jewel. First of all, let's talk about Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross inside of the steel cage. Another really solid match between these guys. Very physical. But Drew McIntyre was finally able to get the win. Like Michael Cole and Wade Barrett said, this was a must-win after his really crappy couple months of coming up shortly, being this close to victories. But he was able to pull out the win. I'm pretty sure this feud is just about done, you guys. I think McIntyre is going to move on to the Bloodline story, as I mentioned before, to be one of the 5 guys to go against them. I could end up being wrong, but honestly, I feel like this feud's over. It started in like pretty early August, even before Clash at the Castle, and all the way up to now. So I think it's about time the feud ends and they both move on to better things. I think that's what's going to go down with McIntyre. No real idea what Karrion Kross is going into right now, but it was a really nice way to end their program right now, I think. Overall, great steel cage match between both guys. And, we had some other great stuff like, the Brawling Brutes fighting for the tag titles against the Usos. Great match once again between these guys. Didn't expect anything less. But once again, the Usos hit that huge 1D in order to retain the tag titles. Honestly, one of my favorite parts of the match is just how the entire time the crowd was just like, Sammy, 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 and Usi, Usi, Usi. This man is so over. He's so over that he's getting like cheered like crazy in a place he's not even allowed to be in or probably wouldn't even want to be in because of his Syrian descent. Either way, it was awesome. I love the whole match, and I love anything involving Sammy and the ovation that he is getting. It's beautiful. It's a chef's kiss. Like, if you hate on it, I know there's nobody, but it's just so beautiful. I really do love it. Judgment Day versus the OC was actually really good, you guys, too. I kind of like flip-flopped a little bit. I was like, hey, Judgment Day's probably going to win, and then I was like, oh, maybe the OC's going to end up winning. The Judgment Day ended up getting the dub, but I'm guessing later on, leading into Survivor Series, we're going to find out who is able to solve the Rhea Ripley problem. It wasn't able to be solved tonight. I think it will be down the road. Overall, it was a really great match. Like I said, guys, great gang warfare, and it totally was that. I hope y'all loved it. I sure as hell did. Okay, guys, so before we get into any bad, I want to just hand out a little bit of an apology for Omos versus Braun Strowman. You guys have seen my videos. I was like, hey, I'm really not interested in this. I think it's probably going to be a huge mess. I just don't know, blah, blah, this, blah, that. I will give apologies and credit where it is due. Omos versus Braun Strowman was actually okay. It wasn't like a standout match, but I don't think really it was any really expected that. It was okay. It was exactly what it was. Strowman gets the win. Everything flowed and it was exactly what it needed to be. So Omos, Braun Strowman, I give my apologies sincerely from me to both of you for putting on an okay match and not making it a total disaster like I said it was going to be. So, my bad, you guys. That's on me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe some of you really did think it was a total spectacle. I'm still like, still not like 100% limited, but I will give credit where it's due. Okay, so here's the bad from Crown Jewel. First off, Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. I've said it before, I don't like Brock Lesnar as his character, as his human being. I cannot stand this guy. Bobby Lashley should have won that match. Screw the whole, let's make it even 1-1 between them so they can have a trilogy match at WrestleMania 39. No, dude, screw that. Bobby Lashley is the better, superior athlete, better worker, and is a future... At some point, he's going to be put against Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Universal Championship. But how are you going to keep building him towards that if he's freaking losing to Brock Lesnar in that stupid way? He dominated the whole match and then Lesnar just gets lucky? That was wholly stupid. I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. Bobby should have won the match. And I'm not even just saying it because I hate Brock Lesnar, even though I seriously do. Bobby should not have lost that match. But so what now? It's just going to lead to a dumb trilogy match? Like, what? Like WrestleMania 39? Forget that, dude. Bobby should have just won this match and then we could have been done with it. Period. But whatever. It happened. Bobby's still better. And, that's all I got to really say about that. I don't even want to keep dwelling on it. Other stuff that freaking happened is just the whole thing with Damage Control. And I honestly, at this point, just have no real clue at what is going on there. Like, I understand the women's tag team title thing. I understand that. Nikki Cross gets involved, helps Damage Control just win back the titles. And that's supposed to be like, okay, that's building to Survivor Series War Games because she's going to align with Damage Control against like Asuka, Bianca Belair, and Alexa Bliss. But you really could have done that same thing by just having Damage Control still retain the titles on Monday with the help of Nikki Cross, and still gotten the same result. But I'm like, hey, it's whatever, it's fine. It still ends up in the same result. So it's like, it's fine. I'll just not really dwell on it because we're getting to the same place. But then Bianca Belair ends up winning again. I've said it before. I just want to keep reiterating. I have nothing against Bianca Belair. Nothing whatsoever. Love her. I love what she does in the ring. She's one of the best women's competitors to come around WWE outside of the 4 horsewomen. And she's doing really good. But the idea of when this Damage Control faction showed up at SummerSlam, so much potential. And now between the women's tag team title fiasco and then Bayley losing again, this group has almost no credibility. Especially Bayley. What has she done since she's come back? Pretty much lose and lose and lose all the big matches. I just feel like this is a flop and I don't know how this could be saved. I think Triple H could, but I don't know how he could do it. And maybe it's just over. I don't know. Again, I just don't get why Belair won again. I don't know if they're maybe waiting for Charlotte Flair to come back to dethrone her, and that's a whole different thing. But I think Bayley should have gotten the win tonight. I've said that before, but it did not happen. So the War Games match is coming up. I'm guessing that they'll get the Damage Control and their team will get the win there. But then what happens after that? Bayley freaking fails again. Honestly, I'm just really confused. I wasn't expecting Bayley to lose, especially after Damage Control won the tag titles earlier in the night. So we just gotta see where it goes. A lot of you, I've seen your responses. You're kind of with me, and Damage Control has just ended up being a flop, and I feel bad because it really shouldn't have been. I thought this would have been way easier to build, but see what happens. I guess I don't know. I still don't 100% know what we're gonna be doing with the whole Bray Wyatt, situation. He had another segment which has been how it's been lately. He's been interrupted by this Uncle Howdy. And it seems like he's battling a character within himself. We get that, and there are reports that he is going to be put against Roman Reigns at some point, but not too soon, which I 100% agree with. But there's really not too much of that to be made of right now. We got to see how this progresses. I'm guessing it'll be figured out. This whole Bray Wyatt versus himself, Inner Demons thing will be figured out before he eventually gets into that first feud since being back. I think it's still good. Don't get me wrong, because I know some of you are like, oh, it's the same old stuff. This why we're even. It's still good. We'll see where it goes. I still have faith it's still going to be pretty good. It's really Bray Wyatt is facing himself and his inner demons. Will he conquer it? Will he end up going back in some way, shape, or form? We gotta find out. Like you said, he's trying to rewrite the ending to his story. Will he succeed? Will he fail? That's the story to focus on right now. So, just be patient. See what happens next. With that, you guys, that is my review of Crown Jewel that happened tonight. Overall, a lot of it was really good. Especially that main event. Can't give any more props to it. It was amazing. The road to Survivor Series War Games has begun. That, guys, has me so excited. Triple H's War Games touch, like, over the past couple years was literally phenomenal, and I can't wait to see how it's going to play out. You already know Roman Reigns and the rest of the Bloodline about to be back in it. Can't wait to have Sammy back on TV, even though it was just one night tonight. It felt so lonely without him. Overall, though, cannot wait for that. The build's going to be awesome, and it's going to all start, especially on this Friday night's episode of SmackDown, but also looking forward to New Day versus the Usos for the tag team titles. I'm pretty sure the Usos are going to win, but what if, you guys, the New Day found a way to win and they kind of swerved us a little bit? Could actually happen. You never know. It's the Triple H era. It would be a nice surprise, and I don't think too many people would hate on it, but we'll have to see. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed Crown Jewel. I really did. It was exactly what we thought it was going to be. Totally awesome. Good job, Pop H, and all of you guys involved that showed out on that show. And until then, you guys, I will see you Monday, after all, with the next episode of The Gift of Gabe. But until then, deuces, pieces, party people. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And hey, don't ever forget, when it comes talking wrestling, who better to gab with than your boy, Gabe. All right.